what have you thought about how you guys have kind of played stylistically offensively since Cat went out, and maybe how much more do you put on yourself to try to get up maybe some more shots, some more threes when you're here in the game?
I think that we have really relied on each other offensively. We've been making plays for each other a lot more, trying to play make, getting a lot of second side actions. I think has been able to help us. Transition buckets as well. Trying to run, get some easy ones with Cat being out. The gravitational pull that he has is not the same. Ant's going to draw 2 or 3, but at the same time, like trying to get him to have an easier night by playing around him, helping him out, making open shots definitely helps, and getting out in transition and so forth.
Nickeil, what do you think of the way that Ant has seemed to take on more of a playmaking role, looking for all you guys, drive and kick and finding you guys for open shots?
I think that's just more his growth as a basketball player as opposed to just because Cat's out. I think him thinking the game, making those reads, and when Cat's there, those are the same reads he's going to have to make. And he's been able to make those as of late, and he's been growing, and at the same time, he's also improved his scoring. So it just goes to show that he's really trying to make the right plays for teammates and win.
We're seeing Finch kind of put out a bunch of lineups with 3-point guards, and maybe include yourself in that as a point guard, combo guard. How do you like playing with multiple guys, whether it's Mike or Jordan or Monte, like that, and what it brings to the offense?
It allows us to play faster. It allows us to get up in transition. It allows us to drive, kick, variations, guys that are going to make the right play when they get into the paint, but also create for others. Like you mentioned, Tay's going to get downhill, get to his floater, kick out threes. J-Mac, so far this season, in my opinion, I don't think he's made a wrong play yet. And I just think, like, Mike, we already know what Mike does for Rudy, for others, and then myself just trying to add to that.
You played with Mike for quite some time now. Just a sense of the moment, this time of the year as the playoffs are near. His uptick has been huge in the fourth quarter as far as his points go. What have you seen from him kind of taking over and really helping you out, leading by example?
Just being a professional. I mean, Mike's an ultimate professional. And this approach to the game, I think it stays consistent. And he's going to keep the main thing, which is trying to win games. And so whatever that is going to be needed of Mike, stepping up into a role, being a little more aggressive or making plays for others, I think Mike's just willing to win and do whatever it takes to win. And he also has the abilities to make winning plays.
You guys have the best 3-point percentage in the NBA on the season this year. Did you think that was going to be, like, going into the season, do you think that was going to be a primary driver of, like, offense for you guys? Or did that part kind of surprise you in some ways?
I definitely didn't know that. It makes sense. Cat's ability to shoot. Nas gets hot really fast. Mike, I think he's like a 40% guy. I think just overall, guys have been able to make shots. And we're getting the right shots as well. We have guys like Ant and Cat who draw too, so we're getting good looks. And then we just have guys who are shooting with confidence and making shots. I mean, like back to J-Mac. I don't want to jinx him, but he's been shooting well. Let's just leave it at that. And so I just think everyone's just doing their part, playing their role, and I think it's all showing in the different ways that you guys mentioned.
Coach Micah Nori, your thoughts about the coach?
I love Micah. Great dude. Brings some light and life to the gym. Keeps it fun, and at the same time, like he's on everybody. And I think definitely with someone like Micah, it connects the players and the coaches and allows that bond to grow and just kind of bringing fun and life to the gym, like I mentioned before. And no bad words to say about Micah.
Coach Finch, after last game, talked about Rudy taking a step forward on offense this year, just with his patience. What have you seen with his spacing and that patience kind of paying off for Rudy this year?
It's getting better and better. I think we just kind of keep harping on him. Stay spaced, stay in the dunker, be ready, those things. And he's been doing that. He's been setting screens, rolling, creating a lot of gravity with his rolls, getting guys open behind it. I just think Rudy cares about winning, and the common theme for everybody is they're just willing to do whatever it takes to win. And I think Rudy's realizing for us to be successful, it's going to take him owning the paint, defensively and offensively, rebounding on both ends of the ball, being in the spacing for the dunker, for the passes, being able to finish above the rim, been able to make some clutch free throws for us this year as well. So I think just his attention to that detail has been helpful.
Nickeil, there was, in the first half when you guys kind of started slow against Golden State, there's a couple plays where you just kind of brought the guys together and just like clapped up like, let's go, let's get this back on track. To me, that signals like you just have a lot of confidence in this group, and even like a slow start doesn't, kind of define what the game is going to be. Do you know what I'm like referring to? And you guys did kind of bounce back there. What was going through your head?
I think at this point, like game 72, it's just about trying to win, and by this time of the year, I hope everyone would know what we're capable of. And I think for me, it's just understanding that we could have a slow start, things cannot be going our way, but just kind of keeping that mentality of staying with it. A lot of times there's a lot of games, so it's hard not to overlook one on any given night. And you can get fatigued, mental stuff, just life, being human. So for me, I think my job is just to try to bring energy to the team every way I can, offensively, defensively, trying to communicate, helping out guys like Ant, Mike, Cat, Rudy, and just owning my role. And for me, I just seen it as a part of my role and doing my job of making sure guys stayed locked in, stayed engaged, and able to pull out a must-win for us.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nickeil.
Thank you.